hello together. My name is Thorsten Schwerter. I'm a professor at the Institute of Zoology in Innsbruck, University of Innsbruck, and we are doing bee research. And what we want to do is that we improve the thermal management in beehives. And what we did in the first way is that we invented the first zero energy beehive. But what we figured out is that it is too expensive for anyone. So we separated some products out of this super beehive, and the first product is this foil. So in usual beekeeping, you have a protection foil over your frames, and in most cases these foils are diffusion closed and they stick to the wax. But this foil, it is covered with an anti-adhesive, which is fine for the bees and fine for things to eat, and it has a microperforation. So this microperforation allows the diffusion of humidity out of the frames, and if you have a diffusion open top, for example, something like this, it allows the diffusion out of your frames. And the price of this foil goes to regular foils as well, but with the advantage that it is transparent. You can see your bees. You know that you are not stressing your bees by removing this foil, and it is microperforated for the diffusion. So, and what else do we have? The next thing is a reflection foil, and this reflection foil reflects the thermal energy of the bees. And this is also diffusion open, and you can use it for many things. For example, you can use it in the bottom of the beehive, so where you're collecting the varroa, you're putting this reflection foil, and over this you have this anti-adhesive foil. That means you have a reflection and you can easily clean this by wiping, because it does not, the dirt does not adhere here. And you can use this reflection foil as well for this to reduce the room in the beehive. And here you have wool of sheep. This is diffusion open, and it diffuses through the oil construction, and it is absolutely tight for convection but open for diffusion. And that is really a game changer, because reflecting the thermal energy and being diffusion open at the same time allows you to do two things. First, keeping the temperature, but allowing, although it is tight, the humidity to pass in a speed that is accommodated to the frames in the beehive. And what else can we do with it? So we have these covers here outside. So for example, in the winter you have problems to keep your beehives warm, because every calorie that your bees have to heat up the folk, they have to pay for. If they have to heat too much, they're running out of food and they can die, for example. And that means that every material you use to keep the energy inside improves the health of the bees. They have a better way to come over the winter, and during the spring they go into the next year with a really strengthened power. And you can use this in summer as well. And you can put something in here that you have a small convection over there, but when the brutal force of the sun is on here, it keeps the energy from the sun outside, because otherwise the bees have to cool inside, and this as well costs energy. Every calorie you're saving gives you a surplus of honey and a surplus of vitality of your bees.
What about the roof? Can you explain the roof
Yes.
one more time?
So this is a typical example of how you can modify standard rooftops. So this is a standard rooftop, how you can buy it. No? So this is wooden. Here inside you have a mast that has is an isolation. And then here the rooftop stops. And what we did, so this here has a heat loss coefficient of, for example, we have a sheet for that. So the regular roof has a U value of 0.67. The higher the value, the less efficient is the material. This is what we add, and this alone has a U value of 0.22. That means that this tiny or this small construction here has a better effect than this bottom. But in combination, it is even better. In combination, so you have your standard rooftop, you're adding our calcium silicate. It's an evacuated calcium silicate. This is wool of sheep, and here you can have here the reflection foil, then you have this transparent foil, and the humidity is diffusing through here, and it is collected by the wool of the lambs here, and then it goes outside, and through these holes of this metal construction it can dissipate out into the environment. And that's how this whole concept works, with a really, really good construction. And if you want to compare this size to styrofoam, so in styrofoam, this construction here, this here, would be 17 centimeters.
Yeah.
So, and what we are doing is we want to enable the beekeepers that we have high-tech material in sizes that is usable for beehives, although most of these high-tech materials are invented to be built in houses, but you don't get them in sizes to put them into these small houses. And that is what we are doing. And as a university institution, we are doing the research and the measurements on this material. We are publishing YouTube videos currently in the German language, but maybe in the future we will translate it to the English language as well. And we are doing workshops where beekeepers can learn how to do these improvements. And of course the material can be bought at retailers, and they get it in a huge production from our company.
Okay. Thank you very much for your explanation.
You're welcome.
Okay, and good luck with the project.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.